It's always better to be a warrior in a garden as opposed to a gardener in a war, right? Because a gardener in a war is kind of like fuck two ways. All you know how to do is raise plants, and people are coming out here with machetes and knives. You're screwed, right? But if you're a warrior in a garden, you know how to do all the bad stuff. But what you're spending your time doing is cultivating the good stuff.
And it comes back to that choice of, in this environment, I choose to be peaceful. I choose to be tranquil.
Yep.
But if shit goes down,
Yep.
I know how to fend for myself.
Yeah. And I really had to deal with the fact that, like, in me, there's both of those. Like, there's a lot of balance between wanting to cause fucking chaos and wanting everybody to be good. And so the culmination of those two things is that, again, I'm choosing to be the warrior in the garden because I would have no problem going to war. But at the same time, I also don't mind gardening, and I enjoy what happens as like a produce of the garden. Like, you all get to eat really good food that you you put together, cultivated together, cook together, all those things, and that's beautiful. But if I have to mollywop somebody, I would enjoy. You know, like, yeah. There's definitely nuance there. So.
You know what's the interesting thing about what you're saying? There's so many layers to it of just that.
It's real too.
It's real. That the picture that you paint in your mind of, we all know what a warrior looks like in war. Like, they're ferocious, they're focused, they are maniacal.
Yeah.
But then just the idea of taking that and inserting it into a peaceful, tranquil garden where you're able to be super like present in what's in front of you. I feel that's so fascinating. And what's interesting about that is that you can't have one without the other. Like, in order to have peace and tranquility, there needs to be order to have created that, because in essence, things devolve into chaos in a sense. Yeah. Like, things usually devolve into anarchy if there's not some kind of order or someone who's looking out for the benevolence of everybody. Yeah. So it's just like a super fascinating concept.
And I feel the reason I say it's real is because, like, to say anything, chaos comes either before or after peace. Peace comes either before or after chaos. That is, like, literally the only
yin and yang.
Yeah, you know, that's
the
what
light
happens.
with the dark.
Yeah. So you're either choosing to be the cause of that, or you're choosing to be like, okay, cool. Well, I'm hoping something will happen later in the future. I don't know if that makes sense, but yeah, I just don't think.
If you're saying some deep things, I'm gonna need you to say it in the microphone.
Oh, goddamn! All right. let me get a little closer. Nah. So it's just you know, you need chaos and you need peace. Oh, actually, this is the point that I was trying to make, that I was bouncing around. You made a really good point about the picture of the warrior in the garden, right? Because you used to go to war, and because you have that in you, the warrior then goes to the garden and he slices, and they slice with, you know, accuracy, intention. They till the soil with intention and focus and an actual purpose, right? The warrior is always saying, why? What is the point of this? What is the point of this? And as opposed to taking that to somewhere to hurt somebody or to manipulate something, we're taking that to a concept, and I'm pointing, there's nothing over there. But anyway, we're taking it to this idea of, how do we then get what's best for everyone else? So as opposed to slicing someone's head off, I'm slicing, you know, this piece of cake so it's even to everyone else. As opposed to cutting somebody down, I'm cutting, you know, some fields down so we can grow the best, yada, 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 furnish it, fertilize, whatever. So yeah, I think it's beautiful that you put it like that. Another important thing as well is that I feel like people often are fighting their urge to be both. Right? Like, we have a part of us that fights the desire to be soft, caring, and nurturing. And then we have another part of us that fights the desire to be mean, an asshole. You know what I mean? Everyone has both in them, but most people at one point or another are trying not to be what they perceive as not good in the moment.